Alright guys, today we're going to make a ramen omelet. It's going to be really delicious. You're going to need eggs, ramen, and 2 bowls to make each of the items. And, you're going to have to drain the water from the ramen and the bowl. So you're going to want to use a strainer. If you don't have one of those, you can always just use a fork and hold it and drain it. Alright, here we go. Okay, so you're going to want to take the ramen and just put it in a bowl. There's no water in it right now. It's just kind of levitating in there. Then you're going to want to add some water to it. Just enough to fill right to the top. Right about there. And it's just enough to give it a little bit of give so it can sink under there. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to bring it all the way over here up to the handy dandy microwave. Now that the ramen is in the microwave, you close the microwave, tap in 4 minutes, and let her fly. Alright, so while that's cooking, you're going to want to get your eggs ready. What you're going to need is a knife, bowl. You can do it like that. That's how I usually crack it. If the edge isn't, if it isn't thick enough. But you need around 4-ish eggs. Really depends on how many servings you're going to use. But I got some milk here. I'm just going to do this real quick. Make sure that's set right there. Alright. Looks like snot, but you're going to want to make sure that no shell gets into the bowl. Do one more. Alright, yep, that should be good. Now that you have the eggs in the bowl, the next step is to add a little bit of milk before you mix it up. So yeah, we'll get on that. It's not really a lot. You just want like a little, just a quick dollop like that. Maybe a little bit more. And then you should be good with that. That's what it should look like now. So when it's all mixed up, the egg should look something like that. It's kind of settled, but just about like that. Now, when you have the ramen cooked, you're just going to want to get it, you're just going to want to kind of have it near a sink when you're going to dump it. And if you have a strainer, you can take the strainer and just lift it into, just lift all the ramen just up into it like that, and then just put it in a separate bowl. Or you can take the fork and hold the ramen in while dumping it into the sink. Alright, now that you have the ramen without the water in the bowl, all drained out and everything, you're going to want to take the flavor packet and empty it and mix it around into the ramen. When you're done, it should look something like that. Nice brown. I'm using beef ramen. You can use any kind of ramen you want. I just like beef because it gives it more flavor. Alright, now when you do this, you're going to take the ramen and you're just going to put it right into the eggs. Just like that. It looks pretty gnarly, but it's going to taste really good. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your fork, and you're just going to want to mix it, and just like kind of layer the ramen in with the eggs and kind of coat it. Just about like that. It looks like a nasty puke cereal, but it's going to taste really awesome. Next, you want to take your frying pan and set it on the stove and I put it right under high. And when you turn it on, you kind of don't want to waste any time of putting the mixture right into the pan. Now that you have it in the pan, you're going to want to just like kind of basically cook it just like you would with scrambled eggs. Just going to kind of move it around and get it cooking. When you're done frying it, it should look just like that. Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, that's pretty much basically it. If you want, you can use some hot sauce. I personally use this. It's really good. You can find it at almost any, even Chinese food stores or Publix or whatever grocery store you live close by, Piggly Wiggly or Kruger or whatever. But yeah, it's really good, and it tastes really good. So, and there it is, truly a college meal, perfection.